Years ago, I did a message. Don't allow the mountain to move your faith. I took that take from Matthew 17, verse 20, where it says, if you had a faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast in the sea, and it shall be done. I think it's also echoed in Luke 9, verse 23. It's about speaking to your mountains, and your mountains will be removed. So they call that mountain moving faith. However, I took a different take. Don't allow while faith can move mountains, I'm here to tell you that you don't need to allow the mountain to move your faith. So many people have encountered roadblocks, hindrances, tough places, and rough spots in life, that all the faith that they started the journey out with has soon dissipated. It's gone because the size of the problem, the size of the crisis, the size of the debt, the horrible condition of the marriage, the tough spot, the rough break, the adversities you're trying to climb over, the history you're trying to overcome. It's amazing sometimes that while in a world where so many are moving mountains, have faith, mountain moving faith, there are scores of people that have allowed the various mountains that they've encountered in life to move their faith just because of how big the hindrance is. I think we were taught as kids, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Well, that was a nice nursery rhyme-ish story. But really, the larger the hindrance that it is, the harder it's so easy to move our faith. We have faith when it's easy. But when things start looking cloudy, when things start looking difficult, when there is a problem, so often the mountain moves our faith when we're called to have faith to move mountains. Mountain after mountain, never removed. Difficulty after difficulty is never removed in your life because you allow the size of the mountain, the severity of the issue, the how long the problem's been taxing. Folks are turning the world upside down every day because they're using their faith to move mountains, and they're not allowing the various mountains that you encounter in life. When I'm talking about mountains, I'm talking about roadblocks, I'm talking about hindrances, I'm talking about a stalemated career, I'm talking about horrible time in your finances. You can never allow any of that to move your faith. Folks, faith is the substance of things hoped for, so says in Hebrews 11:1, the evidence of things not seen. Folks, never allow the various mountains, roadblocks, hindrances, taxing places, tolling places that you encounter in life to move your faith. You need to believe sometimes when nothing else is going right in your life. That belief, you can never allow your hope button to be diminished. You can never allow your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your visions to ever be altered because of the various difficulties that you encounter in life. There's someone that's gone through the very thing that you've gone through and worse and wore the t-shirt, and they're killing the game right now. Somebody's been through bankruptcy. Somebody's been through a horrible trial. Somebody's been through the loss of a job. That somebody had to start over at day one in a new career field. It's happened time and again, and someone else is doing it. Folks, you can never allow the mountain to move your faith. If we're called to speak to mountains, Why are so many of us allowing the various mountains in our lives to speak to us, to make us give up, to make us succeed to the various difficulties that come our way? Folks, look, life is full of trying times, but you can never allow the trying times to get the best of you. You got to hope sometime in a dark place. You got to hope sometimes in a tough spot. You got to faith it sometime until you make it. Never allow the mountain to move your faith. You're called to speak to the various difficulties, speak to the mountains, and have the faith to move mountains. Why are we allowing the mountains to move our faith? Why are we allowing this being said and that being said to make us come up negligent at the faith bank counter? Folks, look, all of us go through stuff in life. All of us have some hard times, some pitfalls. Job in Job 14:1 said, "Man is born of a woman is of a few days." You're not going to be here forever, but it's going to be full of trouble. So I'm telling you, never allow the various difficulties you're in, never allow that mountain to move your faith. Your faith is supposed to move mountains. Stop allowing your circumstances to move you every which way. Stop allowing your circumstances to make you stop the dream. Folks, think of the person you were way back when. Think of how big your dreams were as you were a young man or a young woman. What happened to that dream? You have allowed the mountains that you encounter in life, and mountains are symbolic of difficulties. You've gone through some tall stuff. You've been through some big ruts. You've gone and dealt with so many things, and those things have moved your faith. This is a clarion call, calling you back to faith, calling you back to who God called you to be. Folks, never allow the mountain to move your faith. Your faith is supposed to move the mountain. Yes, you see the difficulty. Call on your faith. Call on your faith in God. We serve a God that never fails. Call on your faith in yourself. Folks, we are created in the image and after the likeness of God, a true carbon copy of God himself. Folks, I'm speaking this to you because too many of us are allowing the mountain to move our faith when God called us to have the faith to move mountains. It's my prayer that your time, your energy, your let's see, gosh, why are my words leaving me right there? Your predisposition with aim at having the stance, the staunch stance that I'm not going to allow another mountain to move my faith. My faith was called to move mountains. Are you going to be a giant killer? Are you going to be a history maker? Are you going to be a world shaker? All that's incumbent on you keeping the faith that will move mountains, and you never giving yourself over to the position that I'm going to allow the various mountains and difficulties I encounter in life to move my faith. Have an awesome day.